Hi, gang. Bob Boving with you for the Mystery Project. Tonight, a further Peggy Delaney adventure from James W. Nichol. This time, Carlos is the one who's in harm's way, caught undercover between the bad guys and the good guys. Plus, the good guys aren't looking too shiny at the moment. And Peggy does not handle that very well. The play is called One of Us, starring Kyra Harper.
Hello there. You've reached Peggy Delaney, Toronto Tribune. If you have something confidential you want to pass on, just leave your name and number. The walls have ears. I'll get back to you. If you're calling to give me fulsome, unqualified praise for my columns, feel free now. If you're calling to scream at me, fascist, socialist, cop hater, cop lover, pro-lesbian, anti-lesbian, or anything else that strikes your fancy, go for it. After all, this is a quasi-democracy.
Hi there, got your message. You want me to sleep over? Because Amber's in Vancouver for Christmas, and Carlos is doing 24-hour-a-day undercover work, and you're rattling around all alone in that big old house. Well, okay.
We haven't stayed up this late talking for a long time, have we?
No, we haven't had a slumber party for a long time.
Nice PJs, by the way. Black silk.
Well, you never know when you're going to get lucky. Tell your cat to stay off me.
Stay off Bernie, Sammy.
I thought you said Carlos checks in with you once a night.
Oh, he has to wait until it's safe. Sometimes he can't call until really late.
Later than 2?
Tonight it's going to be later than 2, I guess.
Must be scary, not knowing where he is.
Yeah. It was easier for me when Amber was here.
I'm here.
Yeah, you're here.
You know, I could move some of my stuff over tomorrow. I could stay here nights, until Carlos is finished doing whatever he's doing. If you want me to.
That's stupid, but I feel so apprehensive. Particularly at night. I can hardly breathe.
Well, that's love for you. You don't scare very easily.
Didn't used to.
So, what's Carlos doing anyway?
I can't tell you.
Oh?
That's the rules. They can't tell their wives or girlfriends any details. Just that they're going undercover. And if we don't hear from them once every 24 hours, we can call in and get a status report.
Must be even tougher, not knowing what he's doing.
Mm-hmm. Well, the truth is, he told me. I made him. But I'm not supposed to tell anybody else.
Uh-huh.
Bikers.
Bikers?
Yeah, that biker gang that's just moved into Toronto. The big-time drug dealers.
Carlos is pretending to be a biker?
No, a supplier. He was introduced to the bikers by this major drug exporter who came up from Mexico City. Carlos is supposed to be an American, the go-between.
Really? Why would this guy introduce Carlos around?
Because he's been turned by law enforcement, American and Mexican. They have enough on the guy to throw him in jail for life. So, in return for his freedom, he's helping to set the bikers up.
Bikers? They kill people.
Uh-huh.
They blew a police station up the other day.
I know.
Just because the cops were bothering them. One cop was killed. The police had a big funeral.
I went to it.
And these are the guys Carlos is hanging out with? I'm not helping, am I?
It helps to talk. Why hasn't Carlos called?
Good morning. Deputy Inspector Metz.
Inspector, it's Peggy Delaney calling. Detective Carlos Sabo gave you my name as his contact?
Yes, he did. I said the Peggy Delaney, and if I remember correctly, Carlos replied, there could only be one.
Are you sure he didn't say one is enough?
No.
I haven't heard from Carlos in the last 24 hours. In fact, not for about 40. 41 to be exact.
Don't worry, Ms. Delaney. Carlos is fine.
Uh-huh. How do you know that?
Because, well, let's see. Just bringing him up on the screen now. Last contact by sight, 7 o'clock last night.
What do you mean by sight?
Some pre-assigned location, a street corner, maybe a store. Anywhere we can make visual contact with our 24-hour undercover men. Feel better?
Not really.
Right. Well, I understand and appreciate the concern you're feeling for Detective Szabo's well-being. Funny, though. Seems to me it wasn't that long ago you were writing articles in the newspaper tearing the police force apart.
And if you guys continue to resist any civilian scrutiny into what actually goes on behind the walls of that fortress of yours called the Metropolitan Toronto Police Service, I still will. But this is different.
Yes, isn't it?
Don't enjoy this too much. Thanks for the info.
You're welcome.
Find out anything?
All his supervisor could tell me was that Carlos was seen still breathing at 7 o'clock last night. Somehow that doesn't make me feel all that much better at 10 o'clock the following morning.
Yeah. Oh, listen, I gotta go to work. Oh, look how late I am. Hey, you're late too. Listen, I'll bring some more of my stuff over tonight. You want to meet for supper?
Sure.
Talk to you later.
Love you. Okay, that's it, Sammy. I'm not gonna sit around here anymore, wringing my hands like somebody's wife. Carlos does his thing, I do mine. If he gets bumped off, so what? Hello?
Hi.
Hi. Where the hell have you been? I've been worried sick.
I need to see you. Meet me in the parking lot under City Hall. 3rd level, Area D. In an hour.
Carlos, what? Carlos?
Thanks for coming. Better to sit in your car.
What's going on?
Oh, I got trouble.
The bikers know you're a cop.
No, not with the bikers. I've got trouble with the cops.
About what?
Davy Anderson.
Davy Anderson? He's dead.
Yeah. Some bikers set off a bomb beside a police station, just to let us know that if we went after them, they'd come after us.
Yeah, and Davy was coming out a side door when the damn thing went off. I know, but what's that got to do with you?
About 10 days ago, I was sitting in a bar with a few of the top bikers. They dropped a couple of names. 2 of their guys from Montreal who'd come up to Toronto to do the bombing job. And they're still here, living in a motel out on Kingston Road. I filed the info with Greg Metz.
Deputy Inspector Metz?
That's right.
And?
And Metz never sent it upstairs. He's still sitting on it.
How do you know?
Because we're talking about the names and whereabouts of a couple of cop killers. There's no information hotter than that in a police force. The chief inspector would have called me in. I'd have been debriefed by the chief of police himself. So I started snooping around a little. I found out that there is a surveillance team watching that motel out on Kingston Road. Metz set it up. An unofficial one. All on the QT. Except nothing stays a secret for long with the rank and file guys. One of the team members is Davy Anderson's best friend. He's not even a detective. He's a traffic cop.
What's all this mean?
I think it means they're sick and tired of doing things by the book. They're just sick and tired, period. Davy Anderson was 29 years old. He left a pregnant wife and a 2-year-old kid.
Oh, I know. They just can't...
How are we going to build a case against those 2 murdering scumbags? It's damn near impossible.
The cops can't just whack those 2 guys from Montreal.
The bikers have declared war. And if you look around, you'll find that there's no one interested in looking out for us, or our families, but ourselves. Peggy, we have bikers following cops home after work, just to let them know that the bikers know where they live.
Carlos, where do you stand on all this?
Where do I stand? I need hard evidence to prove that what I suspect is actually going down. If I can get it, then I'll go to Internal Affairs. Word will get out real fast on the police grapevine, and they'll have to close down their operation.
And you'll be a turncoat.
Yeah.
They must know you blow the whistle on them.
No. I brought in the information. I filed an official report. That's why they're keeping me out of their plans. To protect me. They execute these guys. They trust me to keep my mouth shut because I'm one of them. Just like everyone in the know will keep their mouths shut. Because we're all cops. Oh, I'm sorry to get you involved.
I am involved. I couldn't be more involved.
I mean, there's just no one else I can trust. And I can't get away from my undercover work.
To do what?
Watch Adam Collins. He's the traffic cop, Davy Anderson's best friend. They can't just kill these two guys from Montreal. They have to be organized and cover themselves somehow. See what you can find out.
All right.
He lives at 11 Tepper Road, near Finch and Young. And be careful.
Just come through here. Don't mind the kids. Don't trip over the toys. Turn the TV down, will you, please? Adam's in his workshop just off the kitchen.
Oh, okay, good.
And my kids aren't always plunked in front of the TV. Honest.
Oh, they're cute kids.
Oh, yeah? Could have fooled me. They're 4 and 6. I was a bit surprised.
About what?
Well, just the kind of columns you've written before about us.
Us?
Cops.
Oh, right.
And Adam says you have a cop for a boyfriend.
Well, strange world, isn't it? So now I'm trying to give my readers the other side of the story. The cop side.
Yeah.
Hi. Hi there. Hello.
Sorry. Didn't see you. You're Peggy Delaney.
Yep. So you're really into woodworking. Lots of machinery in here.
Helps me relax.
The whole city is really upset about what happened to Davy Anderson.
Right.
And like I said on the phone, I know you were one of his best friends.
Detective Szabo tell you that?
No. You spoke at Davy's funeral.
Yes, I did.
How, in death, you could tell Davy how much you loved and admired him. Words you could never say, no matter how deeply you'd felt them, when he was alive. I was there. Adam, like I said on the phone, I'm interested in getting your perspective on being a cop. What it's like for you and your wife to do the kind of work you do, day in and day out, the constant danger.
Sure, I can talk about that. Did Carlos suggest you get in touch with me?
No. I choose my own stories.
He's in homicide, isn't he? But I understand he's undercover right now.
I guess I can reveal that much. Yeah. And that's all I know about it. You know the rules.
Yeah. Officers must keep their mouths shut.
Oh, God. How do I get into these things? One night I'm at a slumber party. The next night, I'm involved with bikers.
You're not involved with bikers. We're just watching a cop sitting in a restaurant with someone.
Yeah, a cop who wants to whack a couple of bikers. It's the same thing.
But he doesn't know we know that. I don't think he knows.
Oh, good.
That was the whole point. That's why I knew he'd talk to me. He didn't want to be interviewed. He wanted to find out if Carlos had told me about those 2 bikers out at the motel.
Was it worth the risk?
Well, I know the layout of his house and his workshop now.
Oh. So we're gonna break in later.
And I found out exactly what he looks like, so we wouldn't follow the wrong guy by mistake.
One thing you haven't explained.
What's that?
Why aren't they afraid Carlos will talk? If they take those 2 bikers out.
Because he's a cop. They're counting on him not to talk.
Oh, what if he does?
Testify against his fellow cops? Accuse them of murder? I don't even want to think about that. That's why we have to stop them before anything like that. Bernie, Adam just came out of the restaurant.
Yeah, I see him.
That guy he picked up at that hotel. He's still with him?
Yeah, that big guy he picked up.
The other guy's getting into that cab. Who do we follow?
I don't know.
Adam or the other guy?
Neither one.
Okay, the other guy. Hi.
Oh, hi.
God, looks like it's gonna snow out there any minute.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Evening, ma'am. What can we get you?
Let's see, a double ginger ale.
A double ginger ale?
Yeah, tall, on the rocks.
Okay.
Bartenders hate teetotalers and reformed drunks.
Oh. Yeah?
Are you staying at this hotel?
Yes, I am.
Me too. I hate business trips. Almost as much as I hate snow. Oh, by the way, my name's Carroll Tapp. I'm from Vancouver.
Hi, Carroll. My name's Dan.
Dan who? From where? What are you, a spy or something?
No. Dan Mercer from Montreal.
Well, nice to meet you, Dan.
Same here.
We've got to stop meeting like this.
Yeah.
Dan Mercer. You never did say how you managed to get his name.
I got lucky. Bernie and I followed him back to his hotel, and he went into the bar instead of up to his room. So I chatted him up.
Well, Dan Mercer, it turns out, is a cop. Bomb squad. Montreal PD. An expert on the biker wars down there. How they go about making their bombs and blowing each other up.
So...
My best guess, they're planning to take those two bikers out with a bomb and blame it on a rival gang.
we still don't have any hard evidence, though.
We've got enough. I'm convinced. And we don't have any time to fool around. Collins and the rest of them, they've been watching those two bikers for over 10 days. They aren't going to stay in that motel forever.
But...
I've decided. Just wanted you to know. I'm going to internal affairs.
Carlos!
What?
There's another way to do this.
Oh?
Let me talk to Becky Collins. I don't know whether she knows about all this or not. But if I tell her what I suspect is going down, then whether she knows or not, she'll still be sure to tell Adam. And they'll have to drop their plans. I write a newspaper column, remember?
They'll still know I'm the source of your information.
So what? If they have any brains at all, they'll thank you for doing them a huge favor. You didn't take your information anywhere official. That could cause them trouble. You're simply warning them off, through me. I'll tell Becky, if her husband and the rest of them drop their plans now, I'll forget I ever heard about it.
Well, it could work.
Not could. It will.
When can you talk to her?
Well, today.
Right now.
Come on. Answer. Be home. Oh, hi, Becky. It's me again.
Adam's not here.
Good. I don't want to see Adam. I want to talk to you.
What about?
It's urgent. Can I come in?
Adam might not like it when he's not home.
Where is he?
At work.
Traffic duty?
Yes.
Or watching a motel out on Kingston Road.
Oh, my God.
Now can I come in?
Yeah. I think you better. Look, whatever you're thinking, you're wrong.
Well, I'm thinking your husband was Davy Anderson's best friend. And I'm thinking your husband is a traffic cop, not part of a stakeout team. And I'm thinking that nevertheless, he's watching the two bikers who set off the bomb that killed Davy Anderson. Must be driving him crazy.
Cops do watch bad guys. That's their job. And they asked Adam to be part of it just because he was such a good friend of Davy's. That's all.
Then why do you look so afraid?
I'm not afraid. That's what he's doing out there, just watching.
Does the name Dan Mercer mean anything to you?
No.
Becky, I'm here to help. I'm not going public with any of this. Dan Mercer is a cop from Montreal, a bomb expert, And I think you know he's helping Adam set up a bomb that will look just like a biker bomb.
Stop it! Just... Oh, my God. How do you know all this?
I just do.
I'm so scared. I'm just... so scared. I've talked to Adam and talked to him. I can't stop him.
You don't have to. Just tell him that I know what's going on. And if he and his friends don't back down now, it'll be all over the paper.
I don't know if I
You don't have a choice. You want to save him from serious jail time, don't you? You want to save your family, your children?
It's not that easy. I'm a cop's wife.
Yes, that's right. You're his wife. And if you won't save him from making the worst mistake in his life, then who will? Becky, you know it's the right thing to do. It's the only thing you can do. Where is he?
Out there. On Kingston Road. He's out there all the time.
Can you call him? Does he have a cell?
Yes.
Call him, Becky. Call him right now. Before that damn bomb goes off.
Yes. I'll call him right now.
And blame me all you want.
Oh, don't worry, I will.
I'll talk to him.
It's not ringing.
It must be turned off.
But it's never turned off. He always carries it so I can call him any time. If anything happens to the kids or if I'm worried about him or... It's not on.
Okay, let's go. Now.
Where?
Do you know where that motel is?
Adam tells me everything.
Move it. Move it. Oh, come on. Get over. Stupid truck. There. Okay. It won't be long now. We're almost there.
If we live long enough.
Don't worry. Everything's under control. So, the name of the motel is... What did you say? The Red Ram?
Uh-huh. And Adam and the guys are in an unmarked truck in some parking lot across the road. And those two bikers don't drive bikes. They're riding around in an old car. And they sleep in every morning really late.
Adam does tell you everything, doesn't he?
He has to. I mean, not just about all the gruesome things that he sees, but how he feels. Cops don't talk to each other about feelings, you know. It just isn't done, so they talk to their wives and their girlfriends. Either that or they keep everything to themselves and then one day break down or become stone cold. What's Carlos like?
Oh, he talks. Sometimes. Did Adam tell you when they're planning to set the bomb?
He wouldn't tell me that.
Right. I think they hid it under the car last night. They're waiting for the bikers to come out this morning. That's why Adam turned his cell phone off. No distractions. They're doing it now.
Oh, no.
The Red Ram. There it is. Where's the parking lot across from it?
Maybe... that strip mall. See? Turn in here.
Okay. Here we go. So, where's the surveillance team? Do you see an unmarked van?
No.
Well, they have to be parked in here somewhere.
Yeah. Where they can have a clear view of the motel.
But they can't be too conspicuous.
I don't see anything.
Hey, there's a Pepsi delivery truck. You don't suppose...
Oh, God!
What?
Stop! There's Adam behind the truck. He's seen us.
Good.
He's running over.
Okay, keep calm. We know what we're going to say. We're doing the right thing. He doesn't look happy.
No, he doesn't.
I'll just roll my window down.
What are you doing? Are you crazy? I'm working here. Becky...
I can't let you do this.
What? Do what? What are you talking about?
Adam, shut up and listen really closely. You blow up those two bikers across the road as revenge for Davy Anderson's death, and half the city's going to read about it in today's late edition. Your name, address, everything.
I don't know what
Adam, it is all over. Unless you want to go to jail for the next 20 years.
Adam, please. You can't do this. Stop it.
Stop it? Or just, walk away? Just forget it? Hey, no problem. That's easy. That's... easy.
You have no choice.
Carlos told you, didn't he? Well, you tell Carlos that we're going to make his life hell from now on. You know what I'm saying?
You should thank him. Carlos is trying to save your stupid ass.
Oh, jeez, the guys are coming out of the motel. It's set to go off. The bomb is set.
Oh, my God.
It was a radio bomb.
Oh, yeah?
Uh-huh. They didn't want to take the chance of blowing up any innocent bystanders, so the bomb wasn't wired to the ignition on the car. It was controlled by remote radio in the surveillance truck.
That's why it didn't go off.
Yeah. Adam made it back to the truck in time for them to disarm the bomb by radio. The two bikers, none the smarter, just drove off. Now, they're gone.
Oh. I guess you're not the most popular guy in the force right now.
Haven't been able to get away from my undercover work long enough to find out. Deputy Inspector Metz talked to me. Told me about the bomb, why it didn't go off. He asked if I was still going anywhere with my story. I said, what story?
Those guys should throw you a party. You're a hero. Oh, when is this undercover work going to be over? It's 3 a.m. I can't stand waiting all night for your calls.
It'll be over when they tell me it's over.
Maybe this will be their revenge. Metz will keep you undercover forever.
Maybe.
Carlos, tell me how you're feeling. Please.
You've just heard One of Us, the latest in our series of Peggy Delaney, written by James W. Nichol. Featured in the cast were Kyra Harper as Peggy, John Stalker as Bernie, George Booza as Carlos. With them were Don Allison as Inspector Metz, Susanna Hoffman as Becky Collins, Ted Atherton as Adam Collins, and Richard Greenblatt as Dan Mercer. The music was composed and conducted by Milan Kimlicka and performed by Ray Parker, Kevin McKenzie, Rick Whitelaw, and Scott Alexander. The recording engineer was Wayne Richards, with sound effects by Matt Wilcott. The associate producers were Colleen Woods and Michelle Parise. Production and direction were by Bill Howell, the executive producer of the Mystery Project. Our coordinating producer is Barry Morgan. I'm Bob Boving, thanking you for listening and inviting your comments. See you next week.